to the Rondo. The Premier League is back.
Come on.
How are you feeling, lads?
I'm feeling good, man.
You've been trading the bass in your voice for that intro.
You're ill.
Yeah. You gave it a bit extra, you know.
Anyway, the Premier League's back. It's been a good opening weekend. But today on the show, we have myself, Marcus, representing Chelsea. Of course, my co-host.
Switched it, yeah. Sorry. We're doing a bit of... it's a bit manual switching today, lads. But yeah, it's AA in here. Come on, man.
And on his right,
Rahimi, United's only representative.
on my left,
Jalen, I'm back.
He's back, man.
Yeah.
He's come back, man.
we're recording this during the Spurs-Leicester game. Currently standing at, what's the score?
Still 1-0.
I believe so.
Yep,
Still 1-0 to Tottenham.
Okay.
But let's kick things off by talking about Super Sunday. Man City versus Chelsea, or should I say Chelsea versus Man City, because it was at Stamford Bridge.
Didn't feel like that.
2-0 to Man City. Let's start with I'm a United fan. That's the closest team to us in terms of level.
No. See, I hate this. Don't try and group us with Chelsea. No,
That's the closest team.
no.
What was your take on that?
Me and you are not the same.
They finished ahead of you last season. by the way.
What, Chelsea? And what did that get them?
No, don't do that.
Don't
man.
do that.
Don't do
This
that.
FA Cup, you man are hot anyway.
The trophy that we won got us into the Europa League. You get me? What did finishing above us get you?
We were meant to get into the Europa
And
League.
what happened?
Because you
Me and you are not the
scum
same, bro.
you scum some trophy against a drunk Man City team.
Scummed.
Yes, a drunk Man City team. They said they were drunk, bro.
They can say what they like.
Cool. Anyway, what did you think of the game on Sunday?
The game, Man City versus Chelsea. Nothing really surprised me from what I saw. Manchester City.
I agree.
Manchester City started a bit slow.
Did they?
Yeah, for me, I think Manchester City starts slow every year. But even yesterday when Chelsea played City, Chelsea could have got at City, but you lot just aren't good enough. I didn't really
1-1, Vardy just scored.
Swear. Yeah. Mad.
That guy's still a menace. He's 30, pushing what now?
It's the guy, man. What you were saying?
But sorry, yeah. On yesterday's game,
You're right, though, actually. Yeah, Vardy's
Vardy's
he's
not
He's
young.
not pushing 30. He's like 34.
Yeah, he's pushing upwards now.
My
35
guy,
maybe.
man. What a PL legend.
He's 37.
He's 37. He's pushing 40.
Vardy's 37. PL legend. Nah, he is.
Heritage stuff.
That is football
folk
heritage,
legend.
though.
100%. Like, you've got to put him above a streets won't forget footballer. Like, that's
He's
the
more
Vardy-
than that. Yeah, he's
Vardy's
more than that.
Not more than Defoe.
He's more than.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
He won the
He
PL.
is. He is.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? He won the PL.
Okay,
Wait, what did you say? He's not higher than Defoe?
Did you say he's not better than Defoe?
Oh, please.
I don't think he's
Relax,
better. I
relax,
say he's not higher than Defoe in terms of legacy. In the
In
Premier
terms of legacy.
What? He has the record for the
You know,
most.
he has-
Oh, wait, I
he
didn't
has
even
record.
I didn't even
I know
check
he-
it. I'm giving up.
I know he has
What's
records.
Defoe's legacy, though?
When I think of Defoe, I just think of Tottenham Premier League striker, and that's all I think
But
about.
during their mediocre years, though.
That doesn't matter. You know how many years, back-to-back years, Defoe was battling out the Premier League. I know Vardy has done his thing, but when I think of legacy strikers in the Premier League, I think of Defoe before I think of Vardy.
Nah, sorry.
That's just me. I'm not saying
That's a
Vardy's
terrible
not a
take.
better player. He might be a better player, but I'm just talking about
Yeah, but even
legacy-wise.
legacy-wise, we're not even talking about quality. That's a whole different argument.
So you think Vardy has a
How can
bigger
he not-
legacy?
how can-
Legacy-wise, Vardy's legacy is better than
Bro,
most.
the
most
PL
men in
straight
the league.
away puts
I
you
don't know, man.
like a PL for
Vardy's
Most
Leicester
men ever. Like,
puts you in
clear of
conversations
Defoe's,
that you
bro.
shouldn't even be in.
Like, you're talking about how good they are, I can hear it, but in terms of legacy, he's clear of him.
I know, clear.
He has like one of the
Defoe
most
ever
famous.
won a golden boot. Did Defoe ever win a golden boot?
No, I don't
He
think
didn't.
so.
Vardy's
He has
won-
one of the most famous like Premier League campaigns. He won the league with Leicester.
that's
and
good,
broke a
100%.
record.
And
I'm
broke
not-
a record while doing it.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a legacy in the Premier League. I'm just saying I feel like Defoe has a
Yeah, but
bigger
how?
legacy.
But Defoe's
based
legacy
off
can't
what?
overtake that, though. Is what I'm saying.
Why?
Like, all that he's done is not better than that one thing.
Defoe's just been a consistent striker in the
That's
Prem.
it.
So you don't think Defoe's like an iconic Premier League striker?
Yeah, he is.
It's
Yeah.
iconic,
And
yeah, because
Vardy's
we're black.
more iconic.
No. Defoe's
That's
like
crazy.
Because we're
That's
black.
crazy. Defoe's like
Because he's from the
crazy.
ends, yeah.
No,
like,
no,
realistically,
that's
that's
crazy.
why.
No,
Why?
that's
Nah, that's part of the reason.
That's guaranteed part of it. Bro.
Yeah, no.
It's not
that
you
is
genuinely
part of
because
it.
he's black.
If Defoe,
Gee,
that's
that is part of it.
White dons
That's
like
part of it.
Defoe, you know.
Yeah, but that's part of it.
Yeah,
though.
white dons like Defoe, bro.
Our thing
Realistically,
is different. It hits
We,
different.
we rate him differently because he's from the ends. and he was
Yeah,
black.
no,
He
yeah,
done
there is
his
a bit of
thing.
a difference,
He cut
yeah.
you.
But he's still rated though, like he's
He's
not.
calm, like he's blessed, isn't it? Like,
But anyway, we are well off topic. So, hey, Marcus, keep us on this, man.
All right, you were saying, sorry. I
Yeah,
interrupted
no,
you.
so not a lot of different. I think Chelsea separately didn't play too badly. They didn't play as badly as I think other people are judging them. Chelsea actually created a couple of chances. If Jackson was competent in any way, it would have been 1-1, and we might be talking about something completely different here. But yeah, not too much difference. Not really any change in both teams.
And Jalen, as a rival of City, what did you see from the City team?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, they look comfy.
Yeah.
Like people keep saying Chelsea played well, whatever it is, but I saw City come to Stamford Bridge last season and struggle. Like they've been to quite a few away grounds last season. I don't think how many away games did they even win against the top 6 last season? I don't think it was many. So
Not a lot.
for them to come first day, no Rodri, Kovacic had a great game. They just look so comfortable. Like it didn't even really look like they hit top gear. And I just think when I was watching them yesterday, there's an aura about City where it's like, even if they're not playing well, because they've done it so many times, it's like you just trust them regardless anyway.
Yeah,
You get what I'm trying to say?
manage games.
You know that they're just gonna get the job done even throughout the season. So like me watching as a rival, like it made me. It kind of confirmed what I was thinking about my own club.
Innit?
You know what I mean? With Chelsea, it's just same old Chelsea. Like, nothing really changed. I always try to say, oh yeah, this team can compete. And before the
didn't
game,
say that.
before the game, you said, yeah, this is a
Me?
team that should be competing. Yeah, that's what you said.
No, quality-wise, but
yeah,
they won't.
Yeah, I know. But then obviously
Based
you
on
watch them.
chemistry.
Everyone's always like, yeah, you look at the team on paper and you're thinking, how is this team so bad? Do you get what I'm trying to say? But then you watch them, and it's like you're just not good. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
With Chelsea, just all the mess around. I also feel like they actually have a lot of competing profiles. There's just so much where it makes it very difficult to do any good with them.
What do you think about like the style of play yesterday? Was it different to how you guys played in pre-season? Because Poch done that last season.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was different to how we played in pre-season. It pretty much
You
followed.
didn't do the 210s though and the inverting, innit? I didn't really see that yesterday.
So in our pre-season games, there was about in the 5 that we played. We did use different systems, so it wasn't the same all the time. This is a system he has used before. It's a similar system to what he used in against Man City in pre-season anyway. So there were games where we did have the inverted fullbacks. There's also games where the fullbacks didn't invert as well. So he said himself he's testing out a few different systems. That's why I know people want to be harsh on Chelsea on this game. And if you want to be harsh on Chelsea, that's fine. We've been a mess for quite a while, but I don't really take too much from this game about how Chelsea played, about how Man City beat us. I don't really care about that because I feel like either way it's going to take us. If we are going to be good, it's not going to be now. We need at least a month of actually playing under Enzo Maresca, his actual philosophy, getting through to the players. He's had so many new players coming in. Neto has only had 2 training sessions. I don't think he knows his best starting 11 either. So until all of that,
Word starting 11, he doesn't know his best. He doesn't know his best.
He doesn't know his best squad.
Like, can you whittle it down?
that's his job as a manager.
I don't think
that's his job as a manager. But I'm going to give him
played.
at least a month to do that.
I don't think you man played badly, yeah, but it's like I look at yesterday and there's just signs of things that I think could potentially be problems. Like look at Cole Palmer yesterday, for example. Do you think he should be playing on the right hand side with Enzo in the 10? I can't understand that personally.
I don't think it has anything to do with Enzo in the 10. My problem with Palmer playing on the right hand side is what Enzo Maresca wants from his wingers. He wants his wingers to be touchline. Palmer's not a touchline.
It's not that. That's what I'm saying.
He's not a touchline winger. Forget Enzo in the centre. In Enzo Maresca's system, Palmer has to play as one of the 8s or a 10.
He has to play
So
the
then-
10, man.
so then
And the
doesn't
thing
it
is, the amount of wingers that they have as well.
I was going to say, doesn't it confuse you then? Why isn't he playing Mudryk and why isn't Sterling? scoring
Mudryk shouldn't
entirely?
touch the pitch in general. Like,
but
forget
Mudryk-
about that.
No, but he's a
Madueke-
touchline.
He
Those are
Neto
touchline.
there,
should
like,
play.
there's
He
better
should.
man, bro.
My preference is Neto left wing, Madueke right wing, Palmer is one of the 8s or the 10. Yeah,
That sounds so dangerous on paper, man. It's like, how do you mess
So
that
how
up?
do you
I
not?
don't-
How do you not play that?
because at this point, I think also a big problem is in Nkunku. Getting Nkunku into the team is very important. Yeah, he's one of our best players. He's probably our best finisher at the club. So there's
I did not see that
haven't even
yesterday.
seen- I
I'm not
haven't
gonna lie
even
to
seen
you. The way he was shooting yesterday.
even if you watch last season, like for example, the game against Liverpool, the goal he scored, I just know he's the best shooter.
I saw him doing some smart whip. That's about it. I didn't see.
It's not smart. It's not a what's this Basuma thing. He's not on that thing.
Yeah.
But he's our best finisher at the club. So we're trying to fit him into the team. He should not be playing left wing because, as I said, left wing is a touchline winger. He's more of a second striker type of player.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, so what was he bought to do?
Who?
Nkunku, like, where was he bought to play?
As a second striker.
Second striker. In what system though? Like, what system were you playing that he was supposed to fit into?
That's also
what I-
something we need to think about when it comes to Chelsea. Let's think about the biggest problem Chelsea have is our sporting directors and our board. No one knows what the actual plan is. They don't sign players based on the system.
They definitely don't.
They just want talents. They want to sign talents. And
When did you sign Nkunku?
quite a while ago. This was
2 years.
That was a January, innit? It was like before he came in the summer, but you signed him.
Yeah, exactly. He came the next year, and then he got injured for his first season. But as I'm saying, they don't sign players based on talents, or not talents, based on a system. They'll sign players. Okay, this guy's talented. This guy's talented. They might not complement each other, but they take it to Enzo Maresca, work something out, and that's not really what a manager needs. But a good manager would be able to work things out. I feel like a manager like Tuchel, if you give him certain assets, don't tell him to buy anyone, but if you give him certain assets, he will figure out a system that works.
Chelsea have enough to figure something out, right? And I think, given the fact that, listen, his first game against Man City under a new style, it's not that bad in terms of a performance at all. I don't think. I just think with Chelsea, it's all the noise around and like their lack of direction, which makes everyone sort of pile on them because you just don't make sense, bro. Like, there was a guy that came on in the second half. I've never seen him in my life. Someone actually pointed out on Twitter.
I've spoken about him.
Yeah, well, I've never seen him in my life. Nobody has. There was
what's his name?
A video. I don't know his name.
Vega. He used to play for Basel. He replaced Calafiori at Basel when Calafiori left.
Okay, cool. But I think where the problem is that a lot of people are saying is like you bought players that obviously have an upside, and the aim is to obviously develop them and sell them further down the line, right? But if they're never playing, how do they get to that stage?
Who knows what they're doing?
Like, you're buying players for like 10 mil, 15 mil, 20 mil. They're young prospects, obviously very talented. Like, I've seen a couple of them, like that Kendry Pires guy, for example, who's now on loan. But there's a couple guys that you bought that actually are really good talent. What do you mean?
No, he doesn't come until 2025.
Also, even if he's not even here yet. But there's players there that you've bought that I think are good, very good prospects. But it's like, again, how do they get to the stage where you can actually sell them for 50 mil?
They've also bought some players for quite a lot. They ain't bought them for like good
I was
market
looking at
value.
something the other day. There's like three or four of them that when you actually total it up, it's like 125 mil or something. And they've never touched the pitch.
I'm not gonna support what the owners or sporting directors are doing because I don't necessarily agree with it. But what their dream is to have like all of these guys be Omari Hutchinsons. They come to the club. They might not even play any games. They might go out on loan and then they flip it. Whether that's going to work or not is very different because I do believe the volume of players they've bought makes it kind of highly unlikely that even 50% of them would actually increase in value. So this is what they hope to happen. Whether it's going to happen or not is completely different. But my main focus, I don't really care about all that stuff, I'll be honest with you. My main focus about Chelsea is what's happening on the pitch. If you want to spend money on young kids and for them to do whatever bullshit,
term, though, it's like,
lose your money. Even if they lose their money, I don't care. If you're not focusing about what's going on the pitch and improving the team on the pitch, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the biggest signings that you've made. Like, you look at the Enzos, the Mudriks, like they've lost value. Like, even if you wanted to replace them.
I don't think we bought them to...
no, I know you didn't, but I'm saying now, like, if you wanted to improve the team, obviously you spent a lot of money. It's not even like, how are you going to move them man on without making a loss? You get what I'm trying to say?
Moving them man on, I don't think it's even their value that's the problem. It's the contracts we've given them. Like,
even that is 7
man,
years,
them are
9
on
years.
8-9 year contracts. If they actually end up being flops...
Can I ask you, Mendo, yeah?
Like, stuck with them forever.
Why,
or you have to take a huge loss.
Why are footballers still signing
for Chelsea?
That's why I don't. That's the one thing I don't
confuses
get.
me.
Like, you see, if you're like
as a
Osimhen right
footballer,
now,
if someone offers you a 9-year contract, you take it.
No,
bro.
but I'm saying, like, if you're in the eyes of someone like Osimhen right now, yeah, like, and Chelsea are there coming in for you, why is that the place that you would go to, knowing that
Osimhen
it's
ain't
a
got
risk?
much else.
No, but knowing that it's a risk to go there, yeah, it's not really the environment that's going to bring the best out in your game. Like, yeah, you're getting paid a lot of money, but in a year's time, you're probably going to end up like Lukaku, where your career is done. Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you actually signing?
Footballers, innit? So they've got too much agents around them, encouraging them to take these stupid deals. I don't know how you're choosing Chelsea, instead of other clubs, especially if you've got other clubs going in for you, where you can go and develop.
You sound a bit jealous right now. What are you referring to, bro?
Why would he be jealous of you, man, right now, though?
Did you hear what he said?
I heard what he said.
Why would they go?
No, I can't.
He's talking about Lavia. He's talking about Caicedo.
There is a little bit of jealousy.
I get the jealousy, but the thing is like, as I said last year, we're all happy players going to you, man. I'll be honest. Nato going to you, I'm happy he went to you rather than going like a Spurs or something. I'll be honest with you.
That's fine.
I even have another question. So you spoke previously about bleeding and Nkunku into the team. You're linked to Felix, and that's looking like it's happening.
No. They're linked to Felix. They've signed him.
Oh, that's happened.
They've signed him. They've
So that's
agreed
happened
personal
now.
terms. They've agreed them,
So
bro.
what is going?
It's madness.
What's happening?
Bro.
Okay,
like Todd, the audacity of Todd Boehly. Like, he watched that last event when that Kovacic goal went in. You saw his face, and he went into his office, and you thought, and you watched that, and he said, "Oh, you know what we need off the back of that? I'll sign João Felix." Like, he's ridiculous, man. Like, how dare you watch that? How dare you watch that performance, right? And then you go and move in and go and sign.
We're not
Felix.
going to come onto the Rondo and just make lies.
No, that's fine.
We're not going to make lies. So.
Well, no, we know the reason why he actually signed Felix.
Okay, cool. So
he signed Felix because you sold
We want Gallagher.
You
out
want
of the
Gallagher
team.
gone.
Okay,
because
cool.
you need pure profit.
100%. That's why we signed him. I'm not mad at the Felix sign. I don't really like.
No, that's just because you
No,
love it. But do
it's
you
not
need
like he's
him?
not
Where does he play though? Because you spoke
Vibes,
briefly
bro.
about
What do you mean? Vibes?
This
All
is
these
crazy.
questions. Where does he play? Vibes.
Would
Ballers.
you drop Jackson to get these men in the team?
Where's Felix?
See if I like aspects of Jackson's game, but he cannot finish. There was 2 or 3 chances. There was even one chance. It was offside, but he's passed 2 or 3 players in the box, and all it comes is lacing the ball and actually finishing. He can't do that, and that's not
Even
something
just
that
side foot.
worst
properly.
one- the worst one to
Obviously,
me was
there's
the
links
1
to
yard.
Ivan Toney right now that I've seen. Very loose.
we're not going to listen to the Sun.
Very
The
loose.
Sun said
It's very
Chelsea are going to
loose,
sign
but-
Ivan Toney. I take him 100%. I just like I get it. Jackson's great outside the box. He's great at build up, but as a striker,
You said he'd be at Madrid.
If you could finish.
As a striker, your
So-
best
so
best
outside
asset is
the
finishing.
Outside the finishing is cold.
But I hate that outside the finishing term. Like that
that's-
phrase. It just pisses
That's
me off.
dumb. That's dumb. If you can't finish, you shouldn't be a
Yeah, you
striker.
shouldn't
be a striker.
You
Of
shouldn't
course,
be a
no,
striker.
of
Full
course.
stop,
Play
bro.
somewhere else.
Of course, I agree with that.
He actually panics though. Like he has a
He
real
can't finish.
problem.
No,
Forget
I also,
panic,
I
he
also
can't
feel like
finish.
his actual shooting technique is really
Yeah,
poor.
he can't. He doesn't have to finish.
I know he doesn't have to
He can't
finish,
shoot.
sure. But the thing is, Joao Felix is just a dumb signing. Like, how another 10/winger? You got so many. Like not a touchline
And that's
winger,
a-
which
that's
could
another thing
maybe
that's-
help a bit. But you don't even need another winger. You need a
It's
striker.
gonna
Like,
make Palmer more likely to play on the right as well, isn't it?
Why?
If Felix comes.
I feel like
More
that.
likely to play on the 10, isn't it?
My idea might be to play Felix as one of the 8s in the system, but
Felix
Palmer,
and Palmer.
it doesn't really work. But you know,
Anyway, enough on Chelsea, man. It's
Sorry,
been
my
17
bad.
minutes. I mean, we should talk a little bit about. Is there anything else to talk about, particularly on
we
the
wanted
agenda?
to talk about Kovacic.
Yeah, did that hurt you?
No,
He ran through your midfield.
It definitely did. It definitely did.
He walked past 250 million worth of
It used to
midfielders.
hurt
I
me
can't
when
lie,
players used to come to the
it's-
Emirates and they left us and come and score.
Do you know why I
like
must
And
have
then
hurt?
Bennett near post.
He don't score. He don't even score tap-ins.
And
He
he came
scored a
with- he scored a
screamer,
banger.
bro.
but then he scores screaming. Kovacic is known for scoring. Like
Oh,
screaming.
No,
no,
one
man.
was scoring
Bro, you're allowed
screamers.
to hurt, you know.
He scored 1 or 2.
You're allowed to hurt.
No.
The only one I remember is the volley from the edge of the box. That's it.
Kovacic doesn't score goals, but when he scores, they're always screamers. Like, so it's not really a surprise to me. That's not a surprise to me. I know Kovacic can score a screamer. The
keeper was a bit.
And I'm also not mad because I never wanted to get rid of Kovacic anyway. There was 3 players in Chelsea that I was perfectly happy keeping: Jorginho and
Be mad at the
Kovacic.
fact that he came back and dumped on you like that.
The
It's not that
midfielders,
deep to me.
the
I've
midfielders that
always-
Chelsea sold, would they start for you now? Havertz.
Havertz would. I've always said
Jorginho.
Kovacic and Jorginho would start. Yes.
Havertz would
Kovacic.
start up top.
Havertz
You don't think
starts
Havertz? I think
up
Havertz
top.
starts.
Yes,
Havertz would start up top.
Stop
Havertz
it.
is better than
Havertz is a-
Jackson. He's better than
I
Jackson.
don't think so.
You trying to say Kai Havertz would not start?
Kai
over
Havertz
Nico
can't finish.
Jackson?
Can't finish either, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
But
But
he's better than Jackson.
He's
He's
a
a
better
lot
player.
better than Jackson's, bro.
But he can't finish. It's a striker. He
But
can't
he's still
finish.
a better player,
Jackson's on the ball stuff is
doesn't
better
matter.
than
Stop.
Havertz.
This
Havertz
is you
can't
lot's
finish.
problem, man.
Havertz is only
Stop
good
this.
in the air.
Even
That's
that,
it.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think Havertz on the ball is way
No,
better than
cap.
Jackson is.
No,
Cap.
What are you talking about?
Personally,
Cap.
No,
He's
do you know
way-
what? Do you know why you lot can't say that?
But
yeah?
he's good
No,
on
no.
the
Can I
ball.
say why
But
you
that's
can't
the
say
thing.
that?
Havertz is actually quite good on the ball.
Because you know when Havertz done that, the games that he played against Liverpool in the finals, yeah, and he was doing the F9 thing, and he actually played very well in those 2 games. It's exactly what you're praising Jackson for doing right now.
I still
Okay,
think Jackson's better.
you might
on
not
the ball.
moving like I hated Havertz when he was at Chelsea. I was telling you, man, about Havertz's good quality, so I know his
You were
good
telling
qualities.
us that he only performs in March, and now you're upset because he's scoring goals in August.
When-
Let's get it right.
When was I
Let's
upset?
get it right.
When was I
Let's get it
upset?
right, bro. That's what you said.
When did I
That's
say I
what
was
you
upset? I said fairs.
That's what you said.
I said fairs
You
when
got
you lot
upset,
said
bro.
it. So my never just
You
lying
got
on the
upset.
pod.
We're not lying.
Cool, man.
We're not lying. You were hoping that would happen.
Cool, man.
But I don't want
Alright,
to get
cool.
distracted on them, man. On Kovacic, I think. Do you think now that he is someone that, like, let's say Rodri was to get injured for a space of 10 to 15 games, can he be that guy? to
I've
replace
been
him?
telling people Kovacic is a baller.
Yes,
I've
but
been
as the
telling people
as the 6, the lone 6, we saw Gundogan kind of be
don't
able
think
to
it's
do it.
sustainable.
on the ball stuff he can do. Everything that Rodri could do on the ball, Kovacic can do mostly. Yeah, the defensive side.
Yeah, I don't think he's
I
got
don't
that
think he can-
defensive
can do
IQ.
that.
I don't know over about 10, 15 games. I think if they lose Rodri for 10, 15 games, I think this league goes to Arsenal, actually.
I think it's going to.
But yeah, it's mad. No, but like, I think that's enough on Super Sunday. By the way, Enzo's going to get replaced by Lavia. And damn, I'm jealous that boy went to Chelsea, but that's a conversation for another day.
But
Guys just wasting their
I
career.
remember
Lavia, why?
I remember last year.
Why,
yeah,
bro?
Last year.
You in the
He'd be
6th
perfect.
for
He'd be
Liverpool
perfect for
right
them.
now. You would be perfect. And you're wasting away at Chelsea. What? Because of your agent. You're pathetic, man. You're so talented, man. I was watching you in that game, and you were the only player in that game for Chelsea. But I thought, look at the quality through your veins. Enzo's not seeing the pitch with him.
I
there.
remember last year, yeah, this near the beginning of the season when we signed Lavia, I was telling you people that Lavia is better than Caicedo. He's going to be a fixed start for the team. You lot were like,
I agree.
I'm going too early.
Honestly, I couldn't care less. You man are dead anyway.
Okay, cool. We'll see. It is what it is.
That's the
Hey,
reality.
there, you're a bad man. But no, it's facts. You did say that though. But anyway, what's next on the agenda? Is there a quick match roundup?
Yeah, but let's start off with United versus West Ham because I feel like United. Fulham. Sorry, United versus Fulham. I feel like if you watched United last
5 minutes
season,
though, just saying.
there was quite a few games where they played horribly and ended up just scoring and winning the game. I thought that was the same thing this Friday.
I disagree with that.
Go on.
There was points in the game where I feel that we had sustained pressure and build. We didn't have that before. We definitely didn't have that before.
If Fulham could finish, you would have lost that game 3-1.
What does that mean though? If United could finish, we would have won the game 4-0. Like what does that mean? We created more chances than Fulham in that game.
If you
That is
both
a
could
fact.
finish,
You have to
you would have won like
analyze
3-2.
the
And you have
science.
to- okay, that's
the
fine.
Science
So-
didn't really change, like
Nah,
based on what
nah.
we saw last
It
season.
definitely changed based off of last season.
Can I say something to you though? Yeah, you lot actually had a pressing system, should I say? You had the two up top. Obviously, Mount was there playing, and they were still running at your defense with no midfield. What's changed?
No, I think they were better.
I don't.
No, it's better, but,
They're
but when you look at
definitely
the
improved.
no, but when you look at where Fulham's chances came from, it's them again. There's no midfield there. The guys are running like 4-on-3 or something at your back four. It's the same as last season.
I'm not disagreeing with that. So there's aspects of that game against Fulham that were very similar to what we've seen last season. However, I've seen improvements in terms of the pressing.
100%.
Firstly, defensive structure again, because there wasn't that many. I think it was twice that I saw them run directly at our defense from midfield. Last year against Wolves, that opening game of the season, Mateus Nunes got his transfer to City from that one game. The one game he played against
Him
us
and
didn't see
Cunha
him
were
again.
genuinely cooking you, but no, I think it is better. But yeah, you go.
But yeah, no, I think if we could finish, the game would have been over way earlier than.
So
than we
what
should have.
tactical elements have changed about United
Our press definitely is something that's improved, and our defensive structure as well in transition, I think, is improved.
in transition?
Yeah. So that's when we were getting caught. That's what we used to get caught last year when we'd attack in ridiculous numbers.
Bro, they caught you out on transition quite a few times.
No, but bro, it's much crazy
No,
bad.
but you man, this is Fulham though. This isn't like a mad
No, but
counter-attacking
last
side,
year it was
though.
Wolves. Last year it was Wolves, bro.
have actual players though that are better
Like,
on the counter.
Nunes is-
Nunes,
that's his-
Cunha,
that's his
all of these guys. That's their
dribbling
bread
with
and
the ball,
butter.
that's their
bro.
bread and
They're
butter.
Traore on the pitch.
Nah, but it's not
And
the
he
same.
cooked them, bro, every single
Wolves'
time.
actual
Not every
game.
single time.
That's their game.
Traore cooked us once, and then he got sent to what is it? David Lloyd's. That guy had to go back to the gym, bro.
I think just because it's Fulham, you lot think that was calm. I think if that was actually a team that could counter with a bit more intensity and quality, we'd be having a different conversation.
Yeah, but we don't.
now.
I don't do UFC.
And that's
I
fine.
do
No, that's calm.
absolutes. I do
Obviously,
absolutes,
our job
Shahabi.
right now on game week 1 is to analyze patterns that might continue, right?
Yeah.
It's not just one game. And based on that, I think you got to analyze like who you're playing against and what was actually going on in it. But I do feel like obviously the build-up structure was better though.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, and I hope that we can only build and improve on that. But I've seen enough in that, I'd say 20-30 minute spell to see that there's definitely been improvement in the last sort of 2-3 months pre-season.
What do you think your best 11 is?
Who's the best?
You want me to list the 11?
No, like obviously Xerxes came on.
Yeah, no.
Like what is the actual
Front
best?
three. Who's your
What's
best
the
front
best
three?
front
I still think Højlund. I rate him as a striker.
Okay.
Højlund, right now, Garnacho, Ahmad, and Bruno.
Okay, so Bruno's in the 10.
Rashford's
Bruno's in the
out.
10.
Okay.
Yeah, Rashford's not.
Rashford's
not
out.
Yeah.
Oh, big sense. Does Højlund fit if you're playing this 4-2-4 thing?
I don't know what his press stability is like, because even when Mount went off, it was poor when Mount went off, because off the ball, Mount does a lot of
that's
What's
a
your
dirty
take on
dog
Mount?
work.
Your take on Mount.
Mount. Personally, I don't rate him, but I understand why he's there. I think it's similar to when he was at
Defensive,
Chelsea.
attacking mid.
He's a false
Live what he is.
No, like no, but he is
Live
though.
what he
He's
is.
a
He
false
needs their
striker.
press, innit?
He's a
Live
false
what he is.
striker. He
Pressing,
initiates
he
the
was
press.
lit.
He initiates the press, and that's about it. On the ball, he looks.
Is it a waste of
poor
money?
again. What Mount?
Yeah.
100%.
So how the-
I was against it from the beginning. I couldn't understand where he's going to play until now. I don't know where he plays. When all our players are back and fit, where does he play?
If your best front four though is the one that you listed, yeah, then why do you have Xerxes and Mount? Like,
Xerxes
where are they
Xerxes-
supposed to fit into that?
Xerxes can fit in. I think
Where,
if Højlund has a couple off games, Xerxes
So
can
you
come
think
in
he's
and
a
do something
replacement
similar.
9, not a replacement for
He can
Bruno?
do both. He can do both. They
I
can
think
do both.
Xerxes is a good squad
I think
option.
Xerxes is
Do
good.
you think Xerxes needs to start?
I don't think he needs. It's not.
I don't know. It just sounds weird that they signed him when you just have Højlund there. Like, I don't know.
Xerxes makes
me-
more sense to me than Mount does, though.
Yeah, no, he does. But it's like I feel like there's 3 players there that you. Bruno realistically is never going to get dropped in it, so
Yeah.
someone has to fit around that. And I don't see how Bruno and Mount can coexist longer term anyway. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I agree with Mount, but I think Xerxes makes sense because I think Højlund's always going to have probably a still now while he's developing, you're probably gonna have a poor period where you probably want to take him out and put Xerxes in because last
Personally,
season.
I think Xerxes would be the better option
you
for
go
the
for
actual dynamic. Obviously, this is
It's the way that they play. It's the way that they
No,
play.
but the way that they play, though,
Bruno
innit?
doesn't
They
make
play
sense.
two F9s, isn't it?
Yeah, but who's going to be the target
Rashford
man?
would have
Who's
to
gonna
be the
one
outlet, so
who's
I don't really agree with him not
more
playing.
advanced?
But probably Xerxes still.
What's
He doesn't
unfortunate?
like that though. He doesn't want. He wants to come.
But
Bruno-
it's like with the it's not with the way that they do it. It's not really needed.
I think Bruno was at his best when Cavani was obviously making the movement, and he
End
was
of
just
time.
drifting
Don't
into
chat.
areas.
that
a
end
bit
of
more.
season period when
Yeah, and he
were
was
actually
able to
cooking
drift
on
as like
goals,
a second
Cavani,
striker.
banging goals as well. Cold.
Aye.
And they actually
Cavani,
they were actually playing like United as well.
Whenever I
You
see-
know that
when-
Ronaldo thing ruined everything.
Whenever I see a TikTok edit of Cavani, I actually just
Cavani was balling.
bro,
Six-
it
16
hurts.
16
It
goals that
genuinely,
season,
it
came in
genuinely
January.
That
hurts
man
me.
was cold, bro.
I swear.
Yeah, he scored 16 goals that
Cavani
season.
was cold.
Oh,
He came in
man.
January, bro.
That's when United looked proper. But anyway, I still feel like you men are gonna finish like 6th, 7th though. But
What do you think?
Where do we finish?
even 7th,
Fourth.
I think 7th,
Fourth.
4th.
What's changed so much about United? What do you mean?
what's
You
changed?
finished 8th last season.
4th.
You finished 8th last season, by
Yeah.
the way.
What, we finished 8th last season?
I think the squad is
You
better.
don't
though.
believe that?
The squad is better.
Be honest. Be honest.
The squad is better.
I genuinely.
Ignore the camera. Tell me. Come on.
Nah, but if you didn't have injuries last season, they could
I
have finished
honestly
higher.
think so. The season before, where did we finish?
3rd, 4th.
There you go. So there's a massive disparity between that and 8th, right? So can it not flip the other way?
So
He
it's,
said,
not,
like,
it's hope.
In all
basically.
honesty,
It's not hope.
in
It's
the
not
Premier
hope.
League,
It's
though,
not hope.
from 8th
It's
to
not
3rd,
because we've done it
it's
before.
all interchangeable.
Exactly.
Okay,
Like,
when I say
it's
Chelsea
not
going to
hope
finish
because we've
between
done it
8th and
before.
3rd, you man laughed at me.
No, I didn't laugh.
It's interchangeable.
I don't know why people are saying
I
that,
laughed
though.
at the fact that
'Cause Liverpool are stamped on
Yeah.
3rd.
Like
It's
them
8th
man
to
being
4th.
involved in that was making me laugh.
What makes you think that you're stamped on, though?
We're stamped on, bro.
Why?
Because I've got Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah. That's why.
You had them 2 seasons ago when you finished 5th.
No, but I think the midfield was so cooked that season, and in Klopp's style, it looks
And
crazy.
Yeah, but the attack is
you've
worse
got,
now,
You've got
though,
a
so-
6 now.
What do you mean?
Have you got a 6?
No, we don't. But like, it's not like Klopp style where the 6 has. Wait, I'm making sense here. No, but it's not like Klopp style where the 6 is exposed. Do you get me? We're gonna have Gravenberch there, but he's playing in a double pivot now, so he's got more protection. Gravenberch playing in Klopp's system last year, like in an
But this is what I don't
island with no
understand. He
space.
says they're stamped on for 3rd, but then when I asked him, so if Slot finishes 4th or 5th, does that not show that he's a poor manager? He said, nah, I'm
wouldn't
gonna
say
give
a
him
poor-
time.
a poor
That is
manager.
poor, though.
You're
That is
telling
poor.
me
That's poor,
3rd
bro.
is minimum for
Wait,
you.
you
but
think
you're-
3rd is stamped on?
Yeah.
I think 3rd
He
is
thinks
stamped
3rd
on.
is stamped on.
So why can't I think we're finishing 4th?
Because I'm sorry, me and you are
What's
not
the difference?
We are not the same.
What is the difference?
We're better than you, bro.
Look at you lot again.
We're
You
better
took
than
this
you,
guy's
bro.
teeth,
I'm so sorry, but anyway, we got to move off United. We need 10 minutes, not 5.
Let's
Marcus.
talk about Arsenal. Same
5
old,
minutes.
Same old stuff with Arsenal. Saka scored a brilliant goal. They looked decent. I don't feel like the game told us anything new about Arsenal, but yeah,
No, I don't think so either.
it was
no.
an impressive victory. Any takes on that, Jalen?
Not really same old, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
Nothing
That's what I
really
felt
need to
like
see.
to me.
I just think it's just. I look at the front 5 right now, and it's the same problem. Like, I watched Liverpool's game.
Problem.
Yeah, it's a problem to me because I look at Liverpool's game, and as much as I get onto Trent gave us 10 minutes where he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he was
There was,
Yeah, I'm
there
trying to
was
say-
a lot of defensive errors in the first half.
No, there was, but you get what Arsenal don't have is like a player that for 10% of a game can turn it on, and if he's cooking,
Isn't that what
he's
Saka
completely
does?
unstoppable. I think Saka can do it.
Saka look warm.
No, I think Saka can do it.
goal was great.
I just don't think he can do it in the role that he has within the side. He can't be all the way on the touchline and blah. If he was a bit more in central areas and allowed to drift, I think he could be that guy. But relying on just him to do it, like you look at Liverpool, if Trent's not cooking, Salah might cook. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a couple options there. For us, we're struggling to find one, innit? And I feel like that's where the issue is. Like, we've got a lot of players that for 90% of the game are going to be consistent and at a base level, but there's no one really outside of Saka that can take it to that extra 10%.
And do you think you need that for the league?
Yes, 100%. I don't know, like what player, what league,
not this season.
what league, what team has won the league without that? Like recently, when you actually look at even like Leicester, Mahrez was able to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Vardy to an extent was a game changer.
Was Mahrez at Leicester
Mahrez
better
Yes,
than?
yes,
Mahrez was
yes.
doing
He was
crazy
able to
things.
do that.
Was he
but
better than Saka?
It was more flexible system, is what I'd say.
that's a
He had a
good
bit
question.
more.
Yeah, no, but what's
That's
your
a good
question?
question.
At the time,
Was Mahrez at
No,
Leicester?
he definitely was. He
better than
definitely
was.
Saka?
He was.
He definitely was.
He was?
He definitely
as
was.
a game changer, yeah.
Definitely
Damn,
was.
then what's Saka on them, man?
What do you mean?
What
That's
these guys are
a
better than
world class player, though.
No, Mahrez at Leicester was hard.
That's
bro.
a
It's
World
just
Cup player.
funny.
I just think it's more a case of I don't think Like Saka could reach that level, but he just needs more free. I need him to be the primary guy, bro. The main guy.
I think him and Odegaard can do it. To be honest,
I just wanted to give a shout out to Eddie Nketiah as well. A little tribute. Obviously, he's leaving this week. You know, I've been his critic. No, bro, 19 goals in 120 games or something. That's a really good record. Breakout season, 4 goals in 30 games. Thank you very much. A brace against United at home. Thank you, Eddie Nketiah, man. Where's my camera? Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much.
Song with the Arsenal fans.
Yeah, man. You really done your thing, man.
Why are you taking the mic, man?
What do you mean? I'm giving a tribute to our academy star, bro. The guys are going to be on there. I'm just
reminding you of the stats. 19 in 120 games.
That's the stats. That's the facts.
Breakout season 4 and 30 games.
Yeah, that's the facts, no?
So Arsenal could sell their academy guys, but Chelsea can't. I don't get what's going on.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on, man. You guys are just a different breed.
No, I'm just saying Arsenal. Everyone's happy that Arsenal are selling their academy guys. But when Chelsea starts selling...
We didn't ban our academy guy from training with us. Our manager's coming out saying that he's still cold, bro. You told Trevor Chalobah
you didn't send a man to Spain and the difference is keep him there for 3 days.
Chelsea have... No, he's gone now. Like, good riddance. But Chelsea have like 50 man. We can't have all of them in. If we know that they're not going to stay, what's the point of having them in the
We know you have like 50 man. I saw your gym the other day. It looked like pure gym out in rush hour, bro. See,
These guys are
absolute
Let's put some context to that. You know the video everyone's looking at is from pre-season tour.
Oh, fair enough.
So I don't know what that means. Like,
but even still, though,
pre-season tour, you take a lot of players in the pre-season tour.
Even
so
still, though.
Like,
but there's so many players. Like, did you not see the graphic where it said all the first team players that missed out on the squad?
Well, why is that an issue, though?
How have we got back here
anyway, let's not go into that.
Between Arsenal and City, though, what have you, man, got it as at the moment? Like, I know the opening weekend's not really going to tell you that much, but based on like the window,
Arsenal first.
I think Arsenal.
Why have you, man, got Arsenal first? I'm interested because I don't.
I don't think City are going to be the same. I don't think they're going to be as at it as they have been in the past. I don't think Arsenal are going to be any better.
But they said that last
season.
year, and I look at it, and you look at like the likes of like I'm looking at Savinho, for example. That looks like
injured.
It's not injured. He finished the game.
For me, it's not.
He came off at halftime.
Came off for Foden. But I don't think it's that serious.
Come on, man.
You know, for me, it's not a City are getting worse thing. It's Arsenal are getting better.
How?
And I think
how
Arsenal,
have you got better?
Not even in terms, not just your personnel. I mean, winning the Premier League is very difficult to just come on the scene. Like Leicester winning it is
anomaly.
That's a serious anomaly. Like that won't happen.
Yeah.
Or we don't expect that to happen again. Arsenal have had 2 bites of the cherry now, and you lot have gone extremely close twice. I think that knowledge and know-how, you lot will not get bitten again.
I don't feel like we've closed the fine margins, though. That's the thing.
You haven't seen them do that before, so what makes you think they're going to do it now? I don't get it.
I just feel like it happens. So even if you talk about Man City, for example, Man City went close, I think, the season before they won the league, they went extremely close. Then they won it the following year. Similarly to...
the same thing.
Liverpool
did the same thing. You go close, you get bitten there and you don't want to feel that pain again.
Arsenal got bitten twice, bro.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
Even when Liverpool won it, though, it required City to have a really
bad season. Yeah, Laporte got injured. City only got 81 points.
I can't see that happening right now. And I also don't see where we've gained that extra 5%. Do you get it? Like, I'm looking at it. You're still relying on Partey. You're still relying on Jesus. Like, all the decisions that can go either left or right, I feel like we're going in the wrong direction in it. So I don't think we're there, personally.
I think City are going to win it, to be honest, still. But I do think it is very close. And I do think if Arsenal have a very good start, I think City are not going to start on votes. I think City might win.
They never do.
They never do. But I think if Arsenal, and I think Arsenal will, and it just depends how hard they start. If Arsenal win
to be honest, we're gonna
7 out of 7, which I think they could. You know
that's
everything.
Bro, have you seen our fixtures, brother?
Yeah,
I'll be honest here.
I still think they could.
We will know in 4 weeks' time what Arsenal are on because we've got Villa away. I think we've got Brighton, Spurs away, City away. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like straight from that, you know what we're on.
I think you could have a clean. I think they could win like 9 out of their first 10 or something like that. And if they do, then I think they'll run away.
Yeah, so do you think we beat City? Yeah.
I think you got the capability to.
Yeah, I don't.
But it'll be like, I think it'll be one of them tight crap games again.
I think your players won't want to get hurt again. I think people like Saka, players like Saka.
But anyway,
they said this at the start of last season. They're not gonna want to get hurt again. They're gonna be same thing happened. But anyway, we'll see. Obviously, there was other games, other fixtures in the league. I'm not gonna go too into depth anymore. But is there any standout teams and standout performances you saw over the weekend that you want to discuss quickly?
I mean, we already spoke about Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I mean, he man saw.
No, that was a really good 10 minutes.
That 10 minutes was crazy, bro. Turned the whole game on its head. He's just that flipping guy, man. And the fact that he's in his last year of his contract, honestly. Michael Edwards, he came back into my club and I don't know what for.
I do think, though, it's like, if you're looking to challenge,
Get that guy a contract.
If you're looking to challenge, I just don't think you can do it in the same way you done last year, where it's like, we're going to play dead in the first half and just expect Salah and Trent to do, the mad thing.
No, it's not sustainable.
And as you rightly just said, I think there's a lot of pressure on Slot this season to not necessarily win the league or get close. I think he has to at least show the likes of Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent that, you know, we can actually be competitive, because them, man, bro, the end of last year, their contracts, they're thinking, right, cool, new manager. Obviously, they've seen them miss out on Zubimendi, which they've seen at the club multiple times now. They're probably looking at it like this might be the best chance to leave. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So he actually has to prove himself this season and find a way to get these guys on board.
Yeah, but the thing is, you say that, but I don't even know Liverpool's strategy at the moment, because we've only seemed to be trying to get Trent to sign.
Why did you drop the thing?
What, did I drop it? What do you mean?
You haven't been changing it at all.
Oh, no. Jamie messaged saying that I was doing the rubbish. He's just going to do it. Cool. But yeah, I don't even know for Liverpool's strategy at the moment, bro, because Trent seems to be the only one where we're actually trying to get him to sign a contract. Van Dijk, there doesn't seem to be anything in terms of approaches. I think Van Dijk, we should at least get on a 2-year extension. I think he's still perfectly... He is old. He's like 33, 34.
Oh, raw.
But
he's
he's still balling out.
It's the fact that you could lose all of these guys for free, though.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, how do you replace those guys?
He's still balling out.
Money coming in.
Why not extend him? It's not like he hasn't really shown. Of course, he's shown some signs of decline, but it's not like. Do you know what I mean?
He's still your best centre back.
Bro, he's still our best centre back by far. Salah, okay, Salah's on big money, so maybe you let him go and you invest in an attacker because you got money. But he's old. You're not gonna really.
You could still get a
you can't force him out.
How do you come and drop the?
No, but you can't force him out.
No,
so,
of course.
Yeah.
Not,
so we got the offer.
Sometimes the player's just been worth what you bought, so it's okay to let them go.
No, it is, but I'm just more looking at like how much are you gonna have to like if those 3 players left right now, how much do you think you have to spend to replace them? Bear in mind, that it's not just like they're not just
300 million.
Bro, they're not because they're not filling spaces just in the team. These are actual like 2 man that we said before. They play well for 10% of the game and the game's gone.
2 man, or who else does that?
Obviously, Van Dijk's in there, but obviously he's not a game changer. He's not an attacker. I'm saying to actually replace those 2, it's not just finding a right back that's good or a right winger that's good. It's finding people that actually hire like the top 1% of players.
I mean,
you could develop players into that. It doesn't.
No. I think it's on the Trent. What Trent is doing isn't teachable.
You're not finding another Salah.
But Salah developed into that.
You're not finding another Salah.
Did, to be fair.
Salah did, but what Trent is doing is not. That's not a teachable.
Salah's one of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League. Do you think they're not going to find that?
They can develop a player into that.
I'm being honest with you. Like, I don't think you're going to find him.
They got Salah from Roma. Yes, he was good at Roma, but he wasn't a world beater.
I don't think you lot are understanding what you have to replace. The guy has 300 GA in 350 games.
Okay, Salah came to Liverpool the first season. He scored 32 goals.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying there's a possibility.
There's a possibility, but bro, I think
it's crazy. If they sign Kudus next summer and he's playing right wing,
Kudus is not going to be Salah though. That's what I'm trying to say.
He could
be very good.
He could be.
Kudus could not be. He's not going to be Salah.
I promise you, he could.
Oh, come on, man. Let's be realistic.
But the thing is, a lot of stuff has to go right. You have to get a little bit lucky. Slot has to be Klopp, literally in terms of player development, because he was a huge thing as well. Like all of these factors they're massive. You know,
Jalen's moving like when Salah's gone, Liverpool's 100%
done. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm saying the replacement is capped to me. I don't think you're 100% going to get someone that is equal of that level. I think maybe up to like 90%. But you're not going to get someone that's doing that.
Slim. He's an all-time PO baller.
Brother, you're not deep in what this guy... Do you not just hear the stat that I just said?
We've got since like Salah and Mane, we've got
Diaz, always getting new players always coming in, bro.
Consistency, bro.
These men are not even Jota.
First season.
Let alone Mane.
Salah came.
Let alone Salah.
I mean, how many goals first season? Straight away.
32. Yeah.
And not only goals, assists, just the aura of being on the pitch is probably enough to make the opposition.
But it doesn't mean they won't find another player that can do that.
Yeah, but you said Kudus for example. I don't ever see Kudus getting to the level of Salah.
I do.
In terms of consistency, like season after season.
In the right environment, maybe.
Really?
I think Kudus is a baller.
But he'll be a different player. He'll be a different player, though.
Not same profile, but he's an absolute baller, and he can have the same impact.
But he needs the right environment. He needs a little bit of luck.
Of course.
And he needs a league mentality.
Salah had all of those things as well. That's what helps him. Like,
I'm
not saying that these things are going to happen, but it's always a possibility.
I genuinely see those levels of talent.
And you will take that, like Liverpool will take that risk with a player, and that's what they have to do.
Yeah, they have to.
Well, you would think so. I don't know. We'll probably go for Kudus. He'll probably tell us he wants to go Chelsea.
Yeah, with that Trent goes up here.
I don't know. We're not making our club seem attractive. That's my problem right now.
You're not making it. It isn't attractive.
No. We're also not making it seem attractive. No. That's a big element as well.
You lot went to Zubimendi and actually persuaded him to come. Like he said yes. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there was something there that they persuaded him with.
Yeah, but still, the club's not doing enough. Are you telling me City as a club is more attractive than Liverpool? Listen,
what the hell are you talking about?
If they hadn't won everything they've won and they don't offer like,
what does that mean?
What does that
mean? That's what I'm saying. Bro. We could have won more if we'd invested more in the club. And that's what we should have done.
So
I don't think. Do you know what it is though?
we don't win enough.
I'll be honest with you. I think the reason that they didn't spend was because there was no guarantee in you man winning anyway. Even if you went and spent like 200 mil on top of that, I still think you would have struggled to beat Pep. I mean, that's the honest truth.
But I think they'll do it now anyway. Pep can leave. They're just
Maybe,
stingy,
yeah,
man.
but I think
Anyway, he's spoken too much in Liverpool.
I just wanted to ask you
That was
before you
quick.
move on. Yeah, it was more just on Trent. Like, if Madrid come in now, do you think he leaves?
For vibes, like
On a free,
he's
like-
seeing the vibes at Madrid right now, and he's going, bro.
I don't know. I think it could go. I do think Trent loves Liverpool. Obviously, he's a local lad. He knows he's probably going to be
He's one
the
of
next
everything,
skipper.
bro.
I think there's a high chance he stays. I think there is, but I think they need to. Everything needs to be right. They need to offer. He needs to believe in the project. You need to offer him the right money.
If you're Trent,
And
I'm
I
just
think-
saying,
You know my point. My only point on this. Yeah, I want you to think about Rudiger right now. Yeah, left Chelsea, went to Madrid, and his legacy when he leaves there, the trophies he's gonna end up winning by the time he leaves. You gotta think about it, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a legacy move going to Madrid. That's what I tried to say to you with like De Bruyne. It's the same thing,
but
bro.
De Bruyne wouldn't go to Madrid.
No, but when you
There's
go
no
to
appeal.
Madrid and you start winning Champions League back to back, and you're
It's a
playing in an
different-
environment like
different
that, bro, the legacy's different, bro.
Yeah, the legacy.
As a
was different.
football player, of course, your legacy is
Yeah.
different.
I think Trent goes.
Trent staying
100%,
at
by the
Liverpool,
way.
what legacy is he gonna
I'm
get
not
there?
sure he'll go.
I think he
I'm not
goes
sure.
100%. Even the
Well-
statement that he made where he said, I don't want to talk about my private whatever. Yeah, that's to me,
long
yo,
day.
I don't want to chat about this because, yeah, it will get techie for all
Said
the
he's trying to
scouts
keep
and
it
that.
respectful.
he's
I'm
trying to
not
keep it
sure.
respectful.
I'm not sure about that.
But what Liverpool fans are most upset about, they don't want him to leave on the free. It's not about him leaving. It's about them getting no money.
I can't lie.
for
If
it.
Trent leaves on the free, everything's down the toilet. You were never that good. You can't defend.
All right, cool. Let's move on to. Does anyone feel like the opening day changed anything about their predictions in the league?
Nah, I just think the Premier is high level, bro. Like, did you know it's such a long season? Because like when I'm thinking about it, it's like I watch these games now as
They don't
someone that's at
mean-
the top
they
of the
don't really
table.
mean
They don't
anything.
really mean
They don't mean anything.
don't mean nothing, man. Like Chelsea started the season so bad, you had like one of the worst starts I've seen, played terribly, and still somehow finished where they finished.
Yeah.
It's madness. It's madness.
It's
don't
too
really
it's
mean
too
nothing.
early to say, but I would say that
So smart. What are you gonna say? No one is getting on an agenda.
I'm just saying that I just from just seeing Salah, Trent doing their thing, I know that top three's coming. That's
played
what I'm saying. I
What does
know
that mean,
Top three's
though?
coming for sure.
What does that
And we
mean?
can challenge though. We can
Challenge what?
We can challenge for the league.
So are Liverpool going to challenge for the league?
I think so.
What's a challenge though? He's gonna say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get to December."
Is that-
it will literally be like last
Challenge.
season.
Similar to last season, basically.
Yeah, once
They're not
injuries settle in,
They ain't gonna be.
So you don't feel like from Klopp to Slot there's any drop off then? It's gonna feel
That's
like
what I'm
it's
trying
gonna
to
be
say. That's
exactly
basically
the
what
same.
he's saying.
I think
And if that's the case, is Klopp as good a manager as we thought he was?
of course he is.
How?
If
course.
there's no
How?
drop
How?
off between
Of
Klopp
course.
and
How?
Slot, then
Of course he is.
Slot is not Klopp.
Slot's just a prodigy, bro. Number one, there's a couple of factors in it. Slot's a prodigy.
Okay,
yeah.
go on.
Also, I think Klopp's football was beginning to not be as optimal as you would like in modern football. I think
he's not as adaptable as Pep.
no, of course not. Well, who's as adaptable as Pep?
But you were saying the only reason you were competing was because of him last season. Now suddenly it's they would.
Yeah, he's still a great manager. Like, what do you mean? I told you
I don't
Slot's a
understand- I
prodigy.
don't understand this,
But
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Slot is
I don't-
also,
I
by the
don't
way,
get this.
Slot is also, benefiting off the work of Klopp. I'm sorry,
don't
who gave
understand
him Trent? We just talk about Salah. Like, those are gifts from Klopp. Do you understand?
But
and even
what
the
makes you
other
rate?
players.
But what makes you rate Slot so highly though?
I
Like,
just
you don't even
feel
know who the
like
guy
he's got
was.
it, you know.
Look who we're talking about. He thought Nunes was crap for how long? Liverpool signed him. He was saying Nunes is going to be the best player in the world. It's based on pure hope. That's it.
Nah, I think we could have something. You might see John Duran scored though.
Yeah, against West Ham.
Yeah,
Good finish.
Yeah, good finish as well. I like him, And I've always joked the way he said that.
He's a shooter.
His own fans were booing him, and he said, "I'm here." Yeah, because obviously he did the hammer sign
got
on
very good
Instagram
movement.
Live. But yeah, I kind of like him. I just
That's
thought
a
it was a good
shooter.
narrative. Yeah, proper.
I wanted Chelsea, I didn't mind when Chelsea were after him. I don't know about his all-around game, but he can finish, and that's all that really matters if you're a striker. And he's got a decent hold-up play as well. I feel like he's quite young as well. I didn't even know he was how young. I think he's like 20, and he's Colombian as well. Like he's got the
hunger. He's
Yeah,
got the
he's got
hunger.
the
That's a Colombian as well, so
You know them
He got a bit of street to him.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think when he plays, you can tell as well.
Yeah, bro.
To be
But
honest, based on what I can see, it seems like the clubs that came up, I don't really see them doing that much. I think they're going
They're all
straight
going
back
down.
down, bro. Ipswich look terrible.
Southampton.
I don't think Ipswich looked terrible.
I think Ipswich held their own.
They were better than Liverpool in the first half.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the first day of the season, but you can see there that's not a good team, bro.
No, they don't have
It's not a
quality
good team,
players.
man.
But
It's
they've
like-
got a good manager.
It's a League One side.
It's
you know that.
it's not a good team.
They've
that's
got a
what
good
I'm
manager,
saying.
though.
Bro, it's not a good team. They're going straight back down. Personally. Leicester, Like, I'm seeing Ndidi starting, that Fires guy, the Fate David Luiz, I'm seeing that, bro.
There's still 1-1 against Spurs.
That's fine, bro. That's the first day. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. In it. Like, they might start well.
Was it at Leicester or Spurs?
It was at Leicester's ground, isn't it?
Leicester's
But like Southampton,
Newcastle 1-0.
like who do you lot think outside of those three realistically it's gonna go down?
Newcastle went down to 10 men as well after about 30.
All of the teams have improved.
Southampton are
The mid-table clubs are spending bread, bro. These men are buying players that they shouldn't be buying. Like, how do you compete with that?
Like West Ham's team don't make no sense.
West Ham have
bro.
a super team.
West Ham
They got an
West Ham
11,
have a
bro. A
mid-table-
serious
Like,
11.
super
Seeing
team.
Bournemouth going to Porto and signing their striker. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, bro?
It's tough
How do
in
you
this
compete?
league,
How do
man.
you compete
You
with
know
that?
what's crazy about West Ham? West Ham's team is stacked, and I still think they're gonna finish like 8th or 9th,
Bro.
maybe 10th. And it's not
It's
like
'cause it's West
and-
Ham.
and it's not but it's not even like it's undeserved because if you actually look at it, like the
quality
7, 8
of
teams
team.
above them,
There's
like if
so
you
much quality in the
top
league.
6, Newcastle, Villa, that's 8 teams, bro.
Brighton is still there. Bro.
That's
They
8
got
teams,
players
bro.
as well.
Brighton are still there, bro.
West
There's
Ham,
a lot of
Palace,
good
like,
teams.
there's all these teams in
Yeah,
the table.
no, it's
I
tough,
don't
man.
think Palace will be as good as they were at the end of last season. I feel like
disagree.
losing Elise.
No, not
Sarr
as
is
well
a
as
good-
they were towards the end of last season. They were
But
ridiculous.
towards the end of last season, obviously, you got to remember it's over the full season that we're judging, innit? They weren't good during the first half of the season. Eze
They
was
didn't
out.
have Glasgow.
Yeah, but Eze was out. At least it was out. I'm saying to you, like, now he's got a whole season to cook. Realistically, they could end up in a better points tally than last season. No?
I don't
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. They're
You don't
the very
think so?
poor. We don't.
Surely,
I think that.
like the whole season, like if you got
been
the
broken
league
down
manager-
quite well.
They finished 10th last season. Though.
Yeah.
They're not.
No, I said points tally. I said I don't know where that's going to end up in the table. You can't predict that. I think Aston Villa is obviously another interesting one. They've actually spent bread and they've made signings that realistically the top 6 maybe should have been looking at. Onana's one of them.
I don't think they look that good in their first game so far.
They got the job
but-
done.
but
But
West
you're playing
Ham are
against
good,
West
though.
Ham away. Like it's a good performance. You get what I'm trying to say?
West Ham
got the job done.
didn't play any of their new players apart from Kilman. Or they didn't start.
Paqueta
any of them.
played.
Yeah,
he's
but I
gonna
think
be gone soon.
I feel like Paqueta played quite well. I feel like Kudus played really well.
Some of it
So
looks
it's not like
like
he's
Kudus' ball retention is insane, bro. That
He's-
guy does
he's
not lose the
incredible.
ball.
He's
Someone said he's like
incredible.
Bernardo Silva, but on crack. Like,
But
Yeah.
no, he does.
He's like Bernardo Silva, but
he
black.
ate properly. He's
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva if he
And he's
ate
got
properly.
ball striker
with
as well.
PNP as well. Like,
Yeah, bro. He's a lot to
He's
do with.
skillful
I can't
as well,
lie.
you know. He's
Bro, he's
unbelievably
got
skillful. Like,
tech.
he's
So would you man have bought him for 85 million?
yes,
Yes,
100%. That's not a
yes,
joke,
bro.
bro.
I'm telling you.
100 million, I'll
Gee.
buy him as well, bro.
See, I was onto my club, bro. They should have
What's the
triggered
highest
that
amount you
release
guys will
clause.
we bought Anthony.
100.
So
100 mil.
What's the who's worth?
100 mil. 100 is the most I paid for him.
No, you
it's
can't
100
pay
mil?
more than 100 more for him.
100 mil max?
100.
Yeah, max. 100 more max.
he's
I
a
don't
very
think-
good player, though.
What other wingers in the world above 100 mil? Saka, Vinny,
This
Mbappe.
100 mil thing, we need to stop with this as well. These men are not worth 100 million, man.
Saka's
In
worth
this
100
market,
plus
they
mil.
are, bro.
Saka's worth
Saka's
100 plus mil.
worth 100 plus mil.
I say Saka's worth like 120.
I feel like there's 5
I'll
strikers
be-
worth 100 mil, and Kudus is one of them. That you
So
actually,
who else?
as I said, Vinny, Saka.
How much do you think Rodrigo goes for?
Do you think Kudus is actually worth 100 mil?
I don't think he's worth 100
You
million.
know
I
his-
think I
you know
would
his-
pay 100 mil.
But exactly, but
I'll
I'd
pay
pay
100 mil, but I
I'd
think he's
pay.
worth about like 80.
And I'll put Rodrigo in that same category.
Yeah, no, but you pay for the upside.
Rodrigo's not worth 100 mil.
But
He's worth more
Wait,
than
wait.
Kudus.
So
He's
can I
worth
ask you?
more
Wait,
than
so
Kudus.
do you lot think? Yeah. Do you lot think Kudus
Definitely,
is
he's worth
better than
more than Kudus,
Rodrigo?
definitely.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
You think Kudus is better than Rodrigo?
Yes,
I think that.
No,
I think. Do you know what?
man.
Yes, he
This
is.
is
Yes,
where
he
you
is.
suffer. You
Well,
see,
no,
when
no,
you're
no,
at-
You might need to watch
Watch it.
Kudus.
No,
I watch
Hey,
it.
Marco,
No,
Marco,
Kudus is bro. Kudus is wavy. Yeah, I love Kudus. Trust me.
But I'm not saying that to
what I'm saying
disrespect
is-
Rodrigo. Rodrigo's a
No,
phenomenal
of course
player.
not. But as of right now, yeah, if you're looking at what Rodrigo has done
Done.
in that
100%.
Of
side,
course, yeah, he's
100%.
done
yeah,
more.
so that's
Yeah.
obviously what we're discussing
100%.
right
Okay,
now.
is he like objectively
Are they not
like
the same
from
age?
what we've seen? But
That's what I
from
said.
what I know,
they're the same price because
But-
I feel
but
like
my
Kudus
thing
got
is,
better
do you not-
quality,
do you not
but
think-
Rodrigo's got more experience and higher level.
But do you
experience.
not think, yeah, if Rodrigo was to now come into a side where he is the main man, similar to like Alexis Sanchez when he left and he came to Arsenal and done his team, you
he
don't think that that's going to
Yeah,
happen?
100%.
he
He
could.
probably
I
could.
told you Rodrigo's he's an 80 mil player. Kudus is not a lot better, but I just think he's a little bit better. Kudus he's got that, bro.
He's got it.
No,
He's got it.
no, Kudus has 100%. I believe he's a
Rodrigo's
great
got
player.
more.
But as of right now, if you're taking a player from Real Madrid, bro, you're paying a premium. That could be 100 mil.
What, Rodrigo?
Yes.
Rodrigo's not worth 100 mil.
because they're so stacked. He's probably gonna go for less.
Yeah.
They don't need,
I
they,
much you
they
think
don't
he
need
goes
him
for?
as
I
much.
reckon-
85.
I
You
reckon,
get Rodrigo for 85.
I reckon Madrid would sell for 75. I reckon they would. I reckon they would listen. I think he's definitely going for 80-ish, 85, like you said. They are not waiting for... Because you even know if you're bidding for him, you should be smart. They're stacked. A player goes up in price when they don't want to sell him. Or it's their
Or they-
star.
I hear it. I mean, with me, with Kudus, it's like, I look at it, and even if he was worth 75, 80 mil, I'd rather spend 100 mil on my man than spend 50 mil on someone that He's just not that good.
You just know,
Exactly.
you just
There's
know
no
you're
point.
gonna have to spend another 50.
Because I'm gonna have to do it again anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's just look at it and it's like, why? What's the point?
When you got that, I can't believe nobody triggered that release clause. Liverpool should have. I think there
Eze's
might be
release
another
clause
one.
came
though.
and went as well.
A lot of people didn't know that it was active this year.
Yeah,
That was an issue.
Yeah, they kept it quiet.
Eze's one's recently
it's gone as
expired.
well.
His 60 million release clause.
I was surprised that wasn't initiated as well. But cool, is it bonus topic?
Yeah, it's bonus topic time. And our bonus topic today is legends that would struggle in modern football. Let's start with you, AA.
Oh yeah, cool.
Name a player and why would he struggle?
So mine was Michael Owen, a great player for his time. Obviously, he's a Liverpool player, but I don't care too much about him because he went to play for United. But I'm just genuinely being honest. I think he's a great player, but he's a player, if you look to his old clips, that excelled in terms of running in behind, kind of not really being a focal point. He's a very good striker in a two, but I think, you know, if you're looking at modern football, always play with one striker. I just can't see how he could have a potential Ballon d'Or season trying to be a focal point in the team. I think he'd be the type of player where like, oh yeah, he's really good, but I don't really know what to do with him because he can't really play up front of it on his own. I don't really see Owen wasn't a particular. He was like a speed dribbler, not a proper dribbler. Like he kind of just dribbles at pace. So for me,
he could
he could finish. Like he'd still be he'd still be a good player. And there's a lot of teams that Owen was so like a young Owen, they would play two. Like, but not I feel like a lot of top level clubs are not going to change their system
So
to
you
kind
don't
of
think
squeeze him
Owen
in.
could do like the job that Jota's doing, for example?
Yeah, he could do that, but that's not Owen and Jota. Like
do
that's
you mean?
that's
No,
crazy
but
to me.
you're striker of
he's
Liverpool,
got much better finishing than Jota, so
Yeah,
probably get
so
a bit more goals.
Yeah, you get a lot of, but would he be?
He's sharper than.
But would he
Jota, he's
be
quicker
like
than
Owen
Jota,
won a
he's-
Ballon? Owen was like a superstar, bro. Like
You're saying he'll be a good striker, he wouldn't get to the same
yeah.
level.
When I say these are like Owen's a top baller. Like he's not. I'm like he's still gonna play for a top club, and he's still. But in the same way that almost he was at a very stat Madrid team, so that's kind of harsh. But I just feel like would he lead the line for City? I feel like they'd be like someone like Pep would be looking to get someone in that can be a lone striker for him because he doesn't really want.
Old school City, he could Owen could play football. Like
Yeah.
Obviously, Haaland's come in now, City have changed the way they played. When they were playing with a false nine, like I'm not saying Owen would be a false
I don't
nine.
think Owen's a good false nine though.
I'm not saying he would be a false nine, but that same sort of diminutive, short centre forward, he could do that role for City. I feel he'll be fine with that.
But if you look at someone like Aguero, I feel like Aguero is even better at kind of leading the line than an Owen. He's a lot more robust.
Yeah, he got that centre gravity as well.
And I would say their link-up play around the same. And Pep still was a bit like Aguero.
But
Man.
Aguero showed him, brother, I am him, like, and he had to start playing him after
To be
that.
fair though, like,
Yeah.
that's just Pep. Though. No other manager in the league is dropping Aguero in it.
That was crazy.
Let's
Yeah,
be
that was
honest.
crazy.
No
That was
other
crazy.
managers
But
do
even
that.
so, do you think Owen will pop the same, given the fact that he can't lead the line?
I think so.
No,
I think he would still be a top
I think the fact that he can't lead the line.
I don't
would
think
put
you have
players
to,
off,
though.
because he's
It
not.
goes back to
If he
the-
was very technical, I would hear it. But
I think it goes back to the argument we were having about Haaland, and it's like you're asking strikers to do a lot of things. He could easily fit into a side where his job is just finish, be sharp, be on the what's it called, the blind side of defenders, make your runs in behind, be a nuisance, whatever it is. He's still
but
gonna be
Haaland's
very
different. Haaland can still occupy a centre back.
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
he's still
you
gonna be very effective.
You misunderstood the question because it said which legends would struggle. I don't think Owen struggles. He
Yeah,
might
I don't
not
think he
be as
struggles.
good, but he doesn't struggle. You get
All right, fair. No, I can hear it not struggle, but he's not going to be as good.
a player that I think might struggle because of. I love this player, by the way. Jalen might hate this player, but Peter Cech in modern day football, he wouldn't work.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Especially in the Premier League of how they want goalkeepers to be able to play out. Brilliant shot stopper. But when it comes to on the
I
ball
mean, we
stuff,
saw it anyway.
we saw at Arsenal.
Yeah,
like,
so
they
Arsenal,
tried it.
it's crazy.
We saw it.
I think he was declining then anyway, but
Yeah.
if you made Czech the goalkeeper of Man City, they'd lose every single game.
When they passed it back to him and he kicked it out.
He did it, bro. It's so close to being an own goal. That was crazy, bro.
Man,
That was crazy.
And I love him, but he wouldn't be able to survive in modern day football.
Yeah,
a
that's-
lot of goalkeepers from the past.
Wouldn't survive. And you think about it, Petr Cech probably is top two, maybe the best keeper in Premier League history.
You might not think though. It's like it's kind of a product of how they train though.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
think
do you
it's-
think he was
it's how they were
capable of
coached
it?
from young as
Yeah,
well.
like if he was
Yeah.
capable, if he was in training, learning that, and someone actually
He might have
sat
been.
down.
Yeah, it might have been.
with a
Yeah.
pattern that-
But I don't think there's a problem in it. You did the job for your time. I don't like. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's nothing wrong with the fact that.
Of course.
Yeah. Cool. Anyone else?
You know
man?
any?
I think the obvious one is like Gary Neville was
That's
just
what I
never,
was gonna say.
never doing well with this era, bro.
It's not even.
Can't play. Not very good on the ball. I don't think he'd be able to defend his channel as much. And the last thing is,
could
VAR would have this guy sent off probably every other game.
He was very dirty.
He violated. I remember Arsenal. Reyes.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness gracious me.
I'll never forget that game. I think Ferguson just told us to just go out.
Leave
just kick
something on there,
Reyes.
bro.
Yeah,
You
just
can't
kick
do that
Reyes,
now.
you know.
Like, you're not gonna get away with that. So yeah, I think he get absolutely rinsed, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he would not last longer than a season.
Yeah, all right. What level do you think he'd be playing?
Go play it like not sports society,
See,
bro. Like,
see, this is where we. This is where
Oh,
we go too far.
yo.
The reason
but
why
you know what he reminds me of? Yeah?
Hey,
Alright,
come
wait.
on,
Let me say
man.
something. Yeah, I think he'd be like a Kufal. That's what I feel like. That's what. Nah, man, them.
No,
You are gonna play for
He
though.
said Kufal, you know.
Kufa, I feel like he'd be like a Europa League level player.
Who?
Bro.
For who?
Probably could play right back for
For who?
what? Spurs?
No. No.
For Spurs?
No.
He could play for Spurs.
Under who?
He probably play for Postecoglou.
Well, that's definitely not happening.
He play for
Him
Post-
inverting and playing in them high positions, no, bro. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. To be fair,
That's
that might
not
be a bit techie for
Play for
him.
Villa.
He could play for Villa, 100%.
Over Batty Cash.
Yes,
Bro.
What?
Bro, come
Nah,
on,
stop
man.
it, man. You're
Aye,
bad.
wait.
Neville's good at defending.
Come on,
Aye,
man.
And he can whip across.
But I'm telling you, the defending thing, like, in modern football, he wouldn't be able to get away with it. The only reason he could do it was because he would leave something on his winger, and then that's how he's kind of like maneuvering and
So you
getting
don't
into their
think,
head.
you don't
And
think Gary Neville could defend?
I don't think
He used to play
I
in
think
the-
in this era he would get exposed defensively.
He would
yes.
definitely get exposed more. But
He's a good. No, he's
but
a
never
very
used to
good
play
defender.
internationals, bro,
I'm telling
where
you.
they're stricter.
No,
and he
listen. He's a very good defender, but with the way that they give like yellow cards, red cards these days, VAR is on to you, bro. You're not getting away with that.
He's not a
You're
Champions
doing it,
League,
bro.
but to say that,
Come on, man.
Matty Cash. What does Matty Cash have that Neville
Bro,
doesn't?
all right, cool. You know what? Yeah, think about it now. Yeah, let's do it the other way. See someone like Kudus against Gary Neville.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah.
happening?
He's getting cooked.
Alanga.
Come on, man.
Alanga's not cooking.
Hey,
Neville,
You don't
bro.
think Alanga's
Unless
cooking
there's
Gary?
space if there's not space in behind, he's
Really?
not.
Which
Speak up
probably
for your
will be,
guy,
yeah.
man. Speak up, man.
I
Defend
can't
him.
argue with this. This
Defend
is one of the bravest things I've heard.
Alanga might cook Gary Neville, bro. In a modern game,
Alanga.
might do it still.
Gary
Neville's come up against much
Wait,
better
wait,
wingers
wait,
than
wait,
Alanga,
wait,
bro.
In an era,
come from that Gary Neville's not competent?
Wait. In an era where defenders were protected, as I said, I'm going off
Protected by who?
Protected by who? He
by
played
the
with Beckham in
referees.
front.
By the referees, bro.
But bro, still.
You don't know what happened to my. Did you see what happened to my players when we played against this guy?
So that's what this is.
That's good.
yes,
That's
that's what I'm
good.
basing it off. Yes, I am basing it off that.
Just quickly on this, where I disagree with you is that in the Premier League, yes, but Neville's played in European football where they were still stricter back in the day.
We
He's
are
played
talking about the
internationals.
Premier League. Like I've told you, yeah. Alright, cool. As I said, go through the wingers.
Internationals.
Go through the wingers now and tell me who he would pattern.
He's patting a lot. He patting Alanga.
Who would
The
he
fact
pat-
is,
who
he's
would he
patting
pattern?
Alanga.
You think he pattern Alanga?
He's patting Alanga. Unless they leave a lot of space in behind, which
I'm
if you're
not
playing
saying
with
that.
Neville in your defense, you would like coach it so
What about
that someone
Rashford?
else can cover. I think Neville could do well against a Rashford. If there's space, if there's not
This is crazy.
I don't know about that
You
one.
think Neville could do the Ben White role?
No, what?
I
Are
don't
you
think Neville
crazy?
could invert.
Are
I
you
don't think Neville
crazy?
could
It's not
invert.
about
Doesn't
invert. Yes, he does, bro. He
Oh,
does.
he
He does
doesn't.
like
You invert from the other
Ben
side.
White does
Okay.
like 3 roles in one. He does like the
Okay,
right centre
I'm
back.
talking about
the
the
right.
I'm talking about the right centre back role where he tucks in and comes to centre
Oh,
back.
yeah, yeah,
Could
he
you
could
do
do
that?
I think he could do. To be fair, he could do that.
Nah, people,
But-
the revision of
but that's
Neville,
it.
nah, and I don't like Neville, you know. I don't like him.
It was
Bro,
decent
they,
at
people
crossing
talk
as well.
about him like he's
He's not
Philip
bad at
Lahm, bro.
that.
The guy.
No, I just don't like him
He's
because like
not
United
Philip
and he was a
Lahm.
prick.
Philip Lahm is a baller. He's great on the ball as well. That's not what Neville is. But what Neville's good at, he's
So you
world class.
So you man are telling me that you don't think he would struggle though?
Yeah, of course. He's not playing
That's the
CL.
question, no?
He's not a CL.
By
He's
his own admission, he said he struggled.
He'd-
But the
yeah,
way
he
that
could
you're,
only play
you're
for certain
saying
type of
Elanga
teams.
would ying him. Elanga.
Alanga
think
saying.
Alanga
Nah. Hold on.
I've seen
Saying-
Alanga run
saying-
past better man in this league. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Branca's not a bad player,
Most
but-
fullbacks get chinged. Saying Elanga would get him down is
Yeah, but the
absolute-
difference is when your whole personality is based on defending, and that's what the thing that you're
But
saying that
it's not
fullback
he
even
could
struggle.
true.
cross as
It's
well,
not
you
even
know.
true.
What do you mean? Yes,
cross.
I believe that's true. I believe that's
it
true.
wasn't just defending. He was not
The guy's not playing
the
in no
best
possession
footballer,
based
but he was a
system.
Yeah,
decent.
he's not gonna be good in the
footballer,
final.
bro.
He was
Footballer.
intelligent as well.
He was a
Him
good
and
footballer.
Bex, they used to
Yeah,
do
he
a
was a
little.
decent level
Him and
footballer.
Bex used to do a little thing, you know.
Whatever, man. There's bare fullbacks better than man. He's struggling in the modern era, bro. That's the reality. Like,
Matty
sorry,
Cash
he's not
over
struggling.
him is nuts.
Real Ferdinand probably come on there and say, "How dare you say that about Gary Neville?" Who cares, bro? Like,
Name a legend that you think will struggle in modern day football.
Mine was Gary Neville, but I'll go with something else
Alright.
just because.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, you're gonna do your own player.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do
Yes.
one. I'm gonna do one because obviously he's already rinsed my boy.
Okay. Go on.
I'd go with any sort of creative player that is like a maverick, I think would struggle just because I feel like it'd be
Well,
coached
give us
out
a
of you
name,
from
then.
young.
Example.
Matt Letizia is who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
So he was incredibly skillful.
I think he
was
just
like
struggled because it
was a
the
maverick
shape, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. So he was a maverick player that was sort of playing with his mind. More than his physical attributes. He wasn't necessarily fast. He wasn't. He wasn't ridiculously strong. His football IQ was just on a level.
And his technique was.
So he could not only think of doing something, but he could execute it to the highest level. I feel like that would have been coached out of him from young, and he might not. Looking at the way footballers are now, he might not even have made it.
I also feel like he just found it hard to have that influence on the game because the way you're pressed in a structured system right now, you do need to be. The top players are all fairly physically robust. Also, not a lot of tens players.
Just he never had an athletic build either.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying. I agree with that. But he was
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
So he's one of the players that my brother told me to go back and watch. I just
Bro,
watched some of what
he's a proper weirdo,
what that guy was doing.
Honestly, I don't know why he didn't leave Southampton, but
he was unbelievable player.
He's a proper weirdo though, you know.
What do you mean?
He's like he's bare, like he's into what's it called? What's that thing where you believe that's not true? Conspiracy theorist. You didn't know that, but anyway. Does Terry struggle in the modern era?
No.
Is he?
Ramsdale's gone.
I swear.
To where?
Hey, we're cooking.
Where's he going?
Where's he going?
Wolves.
Oh, mad.
That's a good sign.
Right, Jose Sá.
Yeah, they got Jose Sá. What did they need Ramsdale for?
I ain't complaining.
Maybe start to Chelsea. We'll probably see that.
But does Terry struggle?
Definitely not.
I think he'd still be cold, but like you think about the fact that defenders have to play in high lines now.
You wouldn't struggle.
I don't think he'd struggle. I think he'd
not struggle to be fair, but would he be struggle's the wrong word, but would he be as cold?
Yes.
I think
he was the best centre back in the league.
He's one of the only players that doesn't change.
One of the best centre backs in the league.
Era to era.
But you don't think he's struggling on the high line?
No.
Andre Vieira.
How many teams really play a proper high line?
To be fair,
they don't, bro.
Yeah,
and most of them have protection.
Just Liverpool. Just Liverpool.
Back in the day. Yeah, you don't really do that anymore.
Even last season, it was still quite high.
Like you could play the Thiago Silva.
Ruben Diaz plays in a high line for City.
Still
like,
even
he's slow. He's not
yeah,
fast.
to be fair, they're quite protected when I think about it. Even Arsenal and City, their line is quite high, but it's still protected. It drops at the right time. Liverpool, the only one who used to.
I feel like
assist with it.
When people say this about John Terry, it's the fact that he's an English lad, big. Like they think, he's just an English footballer. Terry can ping a ball, bro.
IQ man.
Yeah, he can ping a ball, bro.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, man, do you think there's any 10s though that would have struggled?
I was thinking about that.
I feel like
I don't think guys like Deco surviving, or even like Mata, prime Mata, would they struggle now?
I think Mata might struggle a little.
He couldn't play 10. I don't think Mata could be a 10.
No. But obviously, we're basically saying, these are 10s that would have to either play 8 or they'd have to play
wide. Yeah.
And I'm saying that Mata's
so that's not really struggling. It's just a new role for them.
Yeah, Mata. If you gave Mata like a free role, like the old Mata, because Mata had a little jink to him.
But Mata used to play out wide though.
But he used to have a bit of a free role though.
Yeah, he's always coming.
But if I asked you, man, like before Cazorla like moved back deeper for Arsenal, like you would have said realistically you wouldn't be able to do that, and he done it. He adapted. I think if you're intelligent enough,
but Cazorla's was quite physically robust and quite jinky and aggressive. Cazorla was quite aggressive in the way he played.
I think Cazorla's IQ was just.
Who else is 10s around there? Like Ericsson has tried and he's kind of done it. Like
Ericsson's profile would have been more suited to
old school ball. I feel like Ericsson's been quite a mediate.
I think that's just because of the whole situation, isn't it?
Nah, I think I just don't think he built for it into his situation. What's the situation?
I think if he was an 8 during like when he was actually cold.
No, when he had the legs, he could have done it. Yeah, when he was at Tottenham, he could have done it.
Imagine that the half space
even now,
where would Ozil play?
On the wing.
Left 8.
On the wing.
No, left LCM.
Ozil was fast.
Would you play
Ozil? Madrid Ozil, yes.
I think he played on the wing.
Ozil's playing on that wing.
Madrid Ozil on the wing, early Arsenal. I think after that, I think he struggled.
You think he could do LCM?
No chance. No chance.
What do you mean, bro? Do you know what I'm telling you?
Ozil once he lost the legs would struggle.
No, but do you know what I'm telling you? Do you know what I'm telling you? He wouldn't, because he was actually the type of guy that would drop in and come and get the ball and dictate the whole midfield. And he's done that countless times. He's the type of guy where, again,
the ball,
10 minutes of the game, he'll take it away from you and drop deep and do that. Yeah,
on the ball, but off the ball, it was awful.
No, he wasn't, man. That's an overstated thing. It's not, bro. He used to do the sprints that everyone else used to do.
He didn't do anything off the ball.
Yeah, but
I've seen Ozil make 2 tackles.
You know Ozil was actually a good presser, by the way. That's a myth. That he wasn't. He was a very good presser.
He used to run.
He was a good presser, bro. When you're pressing in a system that doesn't press, like if he was pressing in Arteta's system, he would be a good player. 100%.
He doesn't think he'd be suited to the wing then?
No, I think that'd be dead. I think that'd be dead.
I think it would work.
Again,
but funny enough, I think he played on the left, not the right.
On the left?
Yeah, he used to play on the left for Germany. He used to cook.
I don't know about that, bro.
Anyhow, we're over time. Marcus, you want to round up the show, my brother?
So thank you for coming to listen to us on the Rondo. It's been a great first day of the Barclays Premier League. We'll be back next week, bigger and better.
Like, subscribe, and all of them lovely things.